Good morning and welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for Thursday, the 20th of April. I'm sure my kids' high school friends would be chuckling at the idea of 420. But just another day here at the office. It's going to be a pretty quick live stream. I dropped Jeannie off at the airport at 3:45 this morning. Don't ask me why that was necessary. Violet was afraid that she would be the last of the kids to get into the airport. And her teacher had like a bag that whoever was last in would have to carry. So they had to be there very early. And what was crazy is even at 3:45, all the kids were arriving. Nuts. I was expecting to wake up this morning to a panicked text from Jeannie about all the things that I needed to cover during the live stream today, and there was no such thing. So, relatively short live stream today with a confirmation that as of right now, we are and remain roughly 2 weeks out on sewing machines, a week or less on vacuums, not needing parts. We have had a couple scenarios where parts have been the delay on vacuums that we've been waiting for. The only other reminder about the store would be upcoming classes. Let me pull those up right now. And then the reminder that Jeannie is indeed out of the store. Wow, Jeannie did a good job. Normally I'm like, Jeannie, you need to make sure that you block everything off from the day you leave until the day you get back. It actually looks like she did a great job of doing that. I've got nothing on the calendar class-wise from today through Tuesday. Jeannie does return on she does return on Tuesday. So if you need to reach Jeannie, you can email her. However, she has a pretty busy schedule for the 5 days that she is scheduled to be in the greater DC area. First sightseeing, and then, through the weekend at the We the People competition. I hope Jeannie does the same. She seemed panicked last night about the state of the store and where things were. And then by the time she left this morning, I was like, you'll have access to email. Go and enjoy your daughter. Have a good time. So I'm hoping she will most certainly do that. With that in mind, online orders have been relatively busy. We made pretty significant headway in catching up with those yesterday. And I do have Ryan. Thank you so much, Heather. I do have Ryan, I think today and Saturday. So we will continue to do those. But given that I'm down a child and a partner, I'm going to be leaving the store at 5 to make sure that Kai has the ability to study for AP exams and isn't totally overwhelmed by his work in managing the puppy. So we will do our best to keep up with online orders, but there may be a couple of days where we're not getting, the 40 to 50 packages out a day. I don't know if there's really that much more to talk about. I did hear a couple of folks or see a couple of comments asking about when Jeannie's room is going to get done. Is there any way we can see this, the people? There is actually. The teacher is going to be live streaming. You can't see all of the people, but you can see the Reno people. So the teacher is live streaming that for the parents. I'll need to ask. It's kind of funny. As a parent, you're not allowed to go watch other teams compete because what they don't want is crossover, or they don't want teams to watch other teams compete and essentially have a loss of intellectual property or ideas. That said, I will actually ask if that's something that we could kind of put out there, or if that's something that they want to keep quiet, although parents, grandparents, families certainly are free to watch. I just would want to get permission first. But regarding Jeannie's furniture, my suggestion to Jeannie, given that we're hosting this prom party next weekend, was, hey, take Saturday. And you can take the first part of Saturday to kind of clean up your room and do all that stuff. And then when the kids are, maybe something that you could watch recorded. The suggestion of doing kind of the first half of her sewing room on Saturday and then the second half on kind of Sunday and Monday next weekend was not met with what I would call great cheer. Just because I think Jeannie's really stressed about what she's going to come back to and kind of digging out from that. So I think the reality is it will wait until, and Jeannie's going to be like, don't commit me to stuff. But what week would that be? It would be the week of May 6th. So if we are capable of getting everything handled next week into the following week, then I think we should be okay to get that done May 6th. What I'm going to do is encourage Jeannie to stay home on Saturday and clean up and kind of get everything boxed and ready to go. And then we could get the old furniture out and the new furniture in, and then we can kind of play with that. That's something we could even potentially get done after work once the stuff is in the house. It'd be great to get it out of the garage. So that's our plan, and our hope right now is to get that done May 6th. And then what we will likely do is kind of do for the month of May specials on the furniture, which I've had a bunch of people ask, is there a reason that I should wait? No, there's not a reason that you should wait. Come and talk to me about furniture. If I were to order it now, it's going to fall into May anyways. And I'll try to work out with Pat whatever deal I'm going to have with him anyways. Obviously, April's Serger month. If anybody else is interested in Sergers, great time to get them. I do now have another used Imagine, as well as I've got a used Imagine, and I've got a used Vibrant. Used Imagine, we're probably talking about $500 as a fair price for something like that. The used Vibrant, $180. And when I say it was a used Vibrant, that term is used loosely. The customer bought the Vibrant, got to a point where she felt like she could thread it and use it, used it, liked it, and then came in and was like, I like surging. It's time for me to step up to the next machine. So I've got those. So if anybody needs, a very inexpensive serger, I've got that as the option. She feels stressed about having to do sew along when her sewing room is being renovated. She does. And so that's part of the suggestion of, although somebody brought to my attention, Jeannie was talking about doing sew-alongs on Friday and Monday. It's part of the reason why I was like, let's start doing the sew-alongs on Friday. It will give Jeannie her weekend back. She's a woman with no shortage of things to do, although some of that should involve relaxing. And then the other part of that is, like, if she did the sew-along on Friday, she could clean up, get everything set. I could get the other furniture out on Saturday. And then I think really once we get the furniture in the room, which will take 45 minutes, this furniture is easy to move. If you guys have heard me talk about the unique furniture, one of the things I talk about all the time is how much, every time I deliver this furniture, and I can deliver it by myself, although normally I take one of the other guys with me, I'm like, why weren't we always selling this furniture? It's while it is hardwood, it's lighter weight because it's not MDF, and MDF is heavy. It's tougher. It's easier to move. The casters are nicer. I mean, it's just nicer furniture. And I really do believe the challenge is going to be reorganizing her room, which is where Sage potentially comes in, because Sage will just kind of steamroll right through it, putting like with like. But Jeannie's going from a room with really no drawers, with four really deep drawers in her koala cabinet, to a room with 15 drawers. And so storage is just going to open everything up for her. I can't wait to see what it does to the room. So, it would be possible for her to do sew-alongs here, although I think she really likes doing those sew-alongs at home. So please do keep in mind, shorthanded today. I think we've got Suzanne today. Michelle is here, but I am without one of our major phone question answers, etc. So keep in mind, I'm without that for the next couple of days, and have a wonderful day. And let me make a suggestion. So tomorrow, because I don't often have that much stuff to talk about, I always seem to find enough to keep, 15 or 20 or 30 minutes going. But if you guys have any technical questions, yeah, and that's the plan, April, is we're doing a time lapse of the breakdown, a time lapse of the setup, and then we'll kind of do before and after videos. Like, this is what it looks like, and now this is what it looks like. And we're actually going to be talking about all of her pieces that are in the room, because at that point, she's got room right now really for this one gigantic koala. And then her koala serger cabinet. What we're moving to is the unique serger cabinet, the unique table for the luminaire, the drawer set for the luminaire, as well as 2 under cabinet storage drawers. So we're basically moving from 2 cabinets to 5 cabinets. And then Jeannie the other day, she's got this one wall of IKEA cabinets that she has all her thread in. And she's also got the multi-needle stand. But the other day, she essentially told me that she wants the thread storage chest. And when she showed me why, I believe that's going to make a big difference too. And we will probably do a video on that as well. But the after video will include videos on each of those pieces of furniture, what she loves about it, what I love about it. Because we'll point out different things. I might be a little bit more practical in kind of what I discuss. As far as, hey, this is what I love about it as the guy who looks at furniture, delivers furniture, and sees sewing rooms. She's going to talk about it from the perspective of this is what I love and why I love it as a user of the furniture. So it's going to be really cool. And quite frankly, I think May will be a very busy month for the delivery of furniture. This is stated with the idea that Pat was committed to bringing me furniture and delivering furniture and doing a display for me at the quilt show, which is the 15th through the 17th of, or is it I think it's actually 16th, 17th, and 18th. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the weekend my kids graduate. I will no longer be at the quilt show, but but Pat was committed to bringing furniture to deliver at the quilt show. So any furniture that I order in the month of May, I should have by the second week of June. So quick turnaround. And I can have this furniture shipped and delivered. And I think the folks that I've done that. Okay, no problem, Masuli. We can make that happen. It's funny because literally we joke about, I'm just commenting on comments from the chat, but you guys have heard us say, it'll change your life. That comment literally entered the A1 Vacuum and Sewing family universe because of the thread tower. And the funny story about the thread tower is I never wanted one. Pat has this tendency of showing up with stuff that I haven't ordered and going, try it out. You'll see if you like it. And so at last year's quilt show, he delivered our furniture directly to the quilt show. One of those pieces of furniture, he was like, I'm just going to leave this here and let's see what happens. And that was the thread cabinet. I think after the end of the quilt show, I'd probably sold 6 or 7 of them. The funny thing was after that, like in the store, I basically took the one I had at the quilt show to the store. And then I probably sold another 10 of them. And then people started showing up in the store, and ladies literally were coming in and going, oh my God, this changed my life. Like everything in my room now has a place. And so there is, thank you very much, Heather. There is a video that we've done on the thread cabinet. And like I said, we're going to end up doing a bunch of follow-up videos after the changeover to make sure that people get an opportunity to see what the big deal is about this unique furniture and why it is indeed so special. So I need to get cash in the register, get ready to work. Is it possible to have a she shed out the back of your house? So Cindy, yes, it is. If you're asking specifically about my house, it is not. Basically, Jeannie's got a very nice sewing room, and I think this is going to open up a lot of room for her and make her room a little bit more organized and navigable. Although Jeannie would hate that I am committing that to her. But you have to remember that the unique sewing cabinet story began with the fact that they were in Wyoming and that they had started a business doing custom she sheds. So, they were going in and doing entire sewing rooms, which, I mean, it's impressive. Pat came and did one in Minden a couple of months ago. Probably, you know, I mean, he showed me pictures of like $250,000 build outs. This one in Minden was probably a third of that. But I mean, talk about a sewing room. It was a pretty amazing build out. Congrats. So yeah, it is totally possible to have she sheds done by Unique. I think this is going to be a impressive little video when we finally have the time to do it. So beginning of May is going to be when we do that. So, thank you. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you ladies tomorrow. I was going to suggest for tomorrow, come with whatever technical questions you might have about your machine. And what I'm not talking about is how to operate your machines. But if there's something that you ladies want me to answer, and depending upon how the chat goes, like it might be something that I struggle keeping up with. But if it's something where you guys want to understand why your machine does this, or why a machine needs maintenance, or how to handle certain things that your machine may do, tomorrow is going to be a time to ask, because I think that, you know, it's kind of a nice Q&A. You guys can ask questions. I will answer. If I start the live stream and I've forgotten I've said that, just remember I was pretty much up from 3:30 on this morning. I did lay back down in bed for a little while, but the dogs were awake, so I just got up and did some work before I came in. But if I don't remember, just remind me, and we will make tomorrow kind of a Q&A on why sewing machines do what they do and what you might do to fix it, or why you might hear certain things. I mean, that's a good one, I think, is why I get a lot of calls where people were like, I'm at a shop and this is what they're telling me. Sometimes I agree with what the shop is saying. Sometimes I don't, but I might be able to help you kind of understand what's going on and answer some technical questions for you ladies. And that's what we can do for Friday. And we'll do a giveaway. If I can come up with a question, I'll ask one, but if not, we'll just do a random giveaway. So we'll see what happens there. So have a wonderful day, and we will see you ladies tomorrow. And gentlemen,